Hello and welcome to Select SA TV. My name is Cherish, coming to you live from Bloemfontein, Free State, South Africa. On the other side, from the Kingdom of Lesotho, we have Bokang Matlosa, the founder of, what's that company name again?
Fruit Xtract.
Extract. Why do you keep on saying nectar?
That's the brand on the syrups. It's still, the company name is Fruit Xtract, like Coca-Cola, and then nectar is like Fanta.
Oh, all right. I got that confused. All right. Welcome, Bokang. And thank you actually for allowing us to come into your home in Lesotho. How's the Kingdom of Lesotho today?
It's beautiful. The weather is just beautiful. It's hot. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Actually, you're my neighbor. I'm right here in Bloemfontein in the Free State. So we're neighbors, actually.
You should come visit. You should come visit one day.
Definitely. I need to come visit and taste some of that syrup on my drinks. I mean, it's hot now, so yes. I like myself to have drinks and lots of ice. All right, Bokang, tell us about yourself.
Wow. I was born and bred in Lesotho, Maseru to be specific.
Yes.
But I did a good majority of my studies in South Africa. So both high school and university was in South Africa. So I'm an interior designer by profession.
So all right.
Yeah, I completed my honors in interior design in 2019 at the University of Johannesburg. Yeah.
All right, great, awesome. Now tell me, you being an interior designer, how did you shift from being in this glamorous industry? I mean, to me, interior designing, it's all glamour, glitz and glamour, lights, lines, curtains, material. Moving from that field into getting your hands dirty, you got mud all over your hands. I mean, you're growing fruit. So how did the shift begin? What made you move from one field to the other?
Well, it's not something I had planned or I dreamed to do. It just so happened that I wanted to come back home. I made the conscious decision to come back home, and I wanted to start a business. Now, I didn't want to start an interior design business because interior design is more of a luxury service more than anything. So I didn't want to start with that, especially in my country. And so, yeah, I thought I wanted to do something that would be easy and bring in quick money, but lo and behold, it hasn't been quick money at all so far.
Oh, all right. So, okay, you moved from Johannesburg, came back home. All right. What inspired you to launch the company?
Well, I thought of this idea around summertime last year. It was at this period where a lot of people were consuming drinks, and you would find all sorts of people at every corner selling what we call the side gemere, which is ginger beer. And so I thought that would be easy. I was like, no, I can make a ginger beer, and I can actually make a pretty looking ginger beer. I'd package it well, and I'll sell it, and I'm sure it'll sell well, because clearly, if there's so many people selling ginger beer, it means it's doing well. There's a market for it. But now, I at some point I got annoyed that all of us are selling this ginger beer. Every next person that I'll talk to would be like, oh, I also sell ginger beer. And so I decided to just go a different route. And so what informed my decision to making what I now make, which is a syrup, was doing some research, looking at trends, looking at the beverage industry and seeing how people are buying now. And what I found is that consumers buy goods based on their perceived benefits that they get from the product to their health and wellness. So that informed my decision to use fruits. And that's how this
amazing.
product came out. Yeah.
All right. So where do you work? Do you work from home, or do you have an establishment that is already out there in the city of Maseru, or how does it work?
So my business is still fairly new. It's in its infancy. So I'm still at home. I work from my
All
mom's
right.
kitchen. Yeah.
Hello, mom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you make your own fruits. I mean, you grow your own fruits, rather.
Currently, yes. Currently, I grow strawberries. But of course,
Mm.
in the long run, we'll expand and grow more fruits, all different kinds of fruits.
But I see that you've got different flavors when I look at your products. I see there's strawberry and there's granadilla. So how does that work if you're only growing strawberries?
So I buy these from local supermarkets. Of
Are
course,
the
it's
fruits?
yes, I buy the fruits from local supermarkets currently.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you make the syrup from it. How do you make a syrup actually? And what else can you use in a syrup? Because I've got my grandmother would use syrup, the one that you know, the Ilovo syrup in her coffee or tea. So I remember growing up and they would add syrup onto ice cream, But what else can you use syrup for? And is there a market for syrup?
So I won't give away my recipe as to how I make my syrups. Um,
All right, cool.
but
Okay,
but you can use
it's
syrups
okay.
for a whole different applications. So remember that
All right.
a syrup is a highly concentrated I want to say product, and it's thick. It has a thick consistency.
Mm,
So what that means is
mm,
that you can use it in yogurt to flavor yogurts. You can use it
mm.
to flavor ice cream.
Oh,
You can
all
drizzle it on
right.
pancakes. You can drizzle it on
Mm,
waffles. You can use it in baking. If you're baking muffins, you can actually use that in a muffin. I
all
mean, the
right.
list is
Okay.
endless. You
Yeah,
can use it
sure,
to make
sure. Now,
cocktails. Yeah.
yes, yes, sure, sure. Now, tell me about
Yeah.
yogurt. I didn't know that you also add syrup into yogurt. So that's how yogurt is made. They add syrup.
Yes.
Oh,
You add a syrup, but preferably a syrup that's made from fruits because there are a whole
okay.
different types of syrups. Mine happens to be
Okay.
fruit-based, meaning it's made from fruits. Some syrups,
Mm,
however, they only use artificial ingredients, meaning they use a
all right.
flavorant. They use a flavorant, they use
Mm,
a colorant, and there's no fruit whatsoever in those syrups, even though it says, for
mm,
instance, it's a strawberry syrup, but sometimes there
okay.
isn't even any strawberry fruit in that product.
All right. Okay. When I look at your product, I see the very elegant, sophisticated. I love the branding. It's bright. It's delightful. It says, "Come
Mm,
get me now." Now, if you were
yeah.
to see your product in a chain store, definitely go for it. What inspired the design, the shape of the bottle? I mean, I mentioned earlier on that I know my grandmother uses syrup in her coffee and tea. So the shape of the product that she uses, Ilovo, I'm gonna say it, it's plastic and it's kind of like a pear shaped. And I've noticed your products, the designs are very beautiful, bright and delightful, and it's made out of glass. What inspired you to have that kind of design? Oh, it's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It was basically to get such a reaction where people are like, wow, this is beautiful. You want it
Yeah.
to look like good quality even before you even use the product or consume the product. You want to
Yes.
sell the image as well, the brand. So basically, a lot of um, a lot of thought went into designing the packaging. Of course, the colors were informed by the flavors. So
Oh,
if a
yes.
syrup is a strawberry flavor, we gave it a red color
It's gonna be
so
red.
that even from far,
Yes.
a person can identify that that might be strawberry. It's definitely a red fruit.
Okay.
Um, so for the passion fruit, we went for the yellow,
Mm.
etc., etc. So we made it easy for a consumer to kind of differentiate
All
the
right.
different flavors. And of course, we added some element of African print at the top rim of the sticker, because we wanted it to still feel like home. We wanted people from home to identify and relate to the product and feel like they own the product. I mean, it's a Basotho owned product,
Yes.
made in Lesotho, made for Basotho. So yeah, we wanted it to be simple, but
All right.
yeah, easy to identify.
Ah, beautiful. I love it. All right. Now tell me about your target market. Who's exactly your target market? Is it dairy people who make yogurt? Is it bars or clubs for cocktails?
Yeah.
Who's your target market exactly?
So my target market keeps expanding as the business grows, because you can start with a particular target market, and as you are running a business, consumers actually inform you of who exactly is your target market. So you can start out saying, this is my target market, and then you realize actually the people that are purchasing the product are a different market that you didn't even think about. So initially the target market
Yes, yes.
were pubs and bars, so like your clubs and restaurants. So it was mainly designed for cocktail making, and then as we went on, we realized it could be
All right.
used for yogurts and pastries. But now recently, I've
Mm,
found that actually
mm,
your
mm.
normal customer actually wants to buy it as a gift. They actually appreciate the bottle, and they actually purchase it for gift. So it could
Yes.
be more like a souvenir. Um, so
Yeah, definitely.
it's evolving, and I'm slowly
Yes.
attracting different markets.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Now tell me about the challenges that you face as a young Black business woman, in this space of syrup.
Well, I'm gonna say in the space of farming, because
I mean, okay.
as we know that the space is very male dominated,
Mm-hmm.
mainly for two reasons that I can think of, which is that it's very labor intensive, and
Okay.
and that women don't own a lot of land. It's usually owned by men, and
Mm,
more than that, it's a very a discriminative it discriminates a lot of women, sorry, in the sense that there's no equal pay in that sector between
okay.
men, women, and a whole lot of other reasons really why women are not in that sector.
All right.
So you can
Okay.
imagine that me being young and a woman, it's very difficult to prove myself. So I have
Yeah.
to work even extra harder to prove that this is something that
Mm,
I
mm,
can
mm.
do. And it's been a very
All right.
interesting journey.
Mm. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you. I'm so glad that you started this. I'm so really happy. But I've got a question now for you from Wandi Lekwanda Mhlongo. Good evening. My question to Bokang, are you available in SA?
That's something we're currently working on, because we've been getting a couple of requests for our product, that side. So very soon, I believe we will be available in South Africa.
Okay. Another question from Bali Sangome Zulu. Evening, apologies, I might have missed this, but where does the inspiration for fruit extract come from?
Like I said, sorry, I explained that it came about at a time where beverages were being consumed at a high scale
Yeah.
and during the summertime. But I also want to add that I'm an artist, I love designing. So it came natural
Yes.
for me to design a product
Yes.
that looks pretty, that looks beautiful. So it's something that I've been doing. I mean, I've had a clothing business before. It didn't work out. But what I'm saying is design is just something that I do and I love doing. So it came natural to me.
All right. Now let's talk about, you said farming is labor intensive. Do you have employees in your company as yet? Okay. Tell me more about that.
Oh, I was just agreeing because I was just acknowledging your question. So no, I'm currently alone. Basically because I can't afford any staff as yet. But
And
once
sure.
the business grows, I will definitely be needing a couple of hands.
Okay. Another question. What advice would you give to someone out there, Black businesswoman who would like to get into the space of farming?
Just do it. A lot of times people wait for some, I don't know. They just wait. They're waiting for a moment they're waiting for the right moment to start something. I would just say just start, you know. I
Just
didn't
start.
wait. Yeah, I didn't wait to learn how to farm. I don't know how to farm. I'm learning every day how to farm.
Yeah, yeah.
So don't
All right.
wait to first learn or to research. Yes, it's good to do that, but you find that you're
Yeah.
wasting time not doing something. So just do it.
All right.
Whatever it is, just do it. Just
Just
start.
do it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So now, since Mr. Mhlongo asked about your product being available in South Africa. Now, me being in Bloemfontein, can I order and then you courier the product to me? Or let's say I want to send Mr. Mhlongo a gift in Johannesburg. Can you courier that for me? Can I order online or something like that and then it's sent to him?
So that's something that we can do. It's just that currently, somebody, for instance, my bottle can cost something around 150 rands. And then courier service will charge you something around maybe the same price, 150. So you've kind of now spent 300 rands on just this one product. So we're trying to
Yeah.
find cheaper ways to do it, because if you courier one bottle, it becomes a bit more pricey. So it's
Okay.
something that we're working on and figuring out.
Okay. One last question. When you started this business, like I always want to ask people this, because we see people starting businesses, we see to having their brands there. But how did you start? I mean, like to start a business, first you need to do research, which costs money. I was talking about that yesterday with our previous guest, and research is money, and you buying the seeds like for the strawberries, for growing strawberries is money. Buying the machine, buying the bottles itself, branding the bottle, all of that costs money. So how does Bokang?
Hello?
Are you still there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I lost you there. I couldn't hear anything.
All right. The question was, the question was beautiful when I say it again. The question was, a lot of people start businesses. You know, we see the Batu brands and other people originally see whoever, and we never really know how they started. You know, to start a business is a lot of money. You need money just to buy a pen, just to write the notes down. You need money to do the research. So with you, there was that involved. There was also buying of the seeds. There's also branding the bottle itself. You know, we had to design the bottle. We had to print all those things. So people want to start businesses. You know, a lot of people are unemployed, want to start their own businesses, but they don't know the how to, you know, like they're still trying to figure out where do I go, you know? So how did you start your business? Did you go to a bank? Were you funded or do you save money? How do you save money? Or was it your parents? You know what I mean? So that's what most people are struggling with.
Okay, so with me, this was not the first business that I've have a had. So I had a clothing business before this one.
Yeah.
So I had a bit of prior knowledge on how to start a business. However, I have very supportive, loving parents that have helped me
Yeah.
tremendous financing the business.
All right.
So that's where
Okay.
I've gotten financial assistance from my parents.
All right.
However, I'm sure
Okay.
there are different institutes that can help people with
Mm,
financing.
mm.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We've got Ebusi Sitlishe on our page. Ebuse Sitlishi. She's like, just start, inverted commas, just start. And she's like, we love you, girl. Such an inspiration. So you have a
Thank
fan
you.
there who's
Thank you
inspired
very
by the words, just start, just start. Well, Bokang, thank you ever so much for joining us here at Select SATV. I'm sure you've inspired someone out there. You know, that someone is inspired by you, your story, your business. I mean, moving from this glamorous lifestyle of being an interior designer to Tata Matsoha you know,
much.
it's a great shift. And I'm sure you've inspired someone who's sitting at home with the degree and like, you know, I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do. So you inspired someone out there to start their own business. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, you can be anything that you want to be. So that's a truly inspirational story. And thank you once again for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. It was lovely. Thank you.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you ever so much. See you next week where we talk about guys who do something about tires. Great things. People throwing away tires, but next week we're going to be telling more stories as to what people can do with tires. My name is Cherish, and thank you for watching. Good night. Okay.